Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So we'll be continuing further with the familiarization. So yeah, again a small disclaimer, I don't own any of the images and these are only used for training purposes. So in the last video we saw that the cockpit is divided into 5 parts, correct? Overhead panel, glare shield, instrument panel, pedestal and side panel. So let's start with the overhead panel first. So this is how your overhead panel will look. So the overhead panel will be divided into 2 parts. Okay, one, the first panel that will be used by the crew, okay, the cockpit crew, and the second panel will be used by the maintenance. So see, this is how it looks. This panel will be used by crew and this is called maintenance panel. Okay, this maintenance panel, it has CBs and extra switches which can only be pressed by the maintenance person. Okay, so for our concern, this is the panel which we will be studying. So this panel, overhead panel, is again divided into 3 parts. This is the left side, this is the left side, this is the middle, and this is the right side. Okay, so let's start by looking at the overhead panel. So in overhead panel, first thing which we have is wiper and rain repellent. Second we have is call. So if you want to contact ground, you will press mechanic button. If you want to contact the cabin crew, forward or aft cabin, then you will press this buttons. Okay, next is oxygen panel. In oxygen panel you get passenger oxygen and crew oxygen. Next is recorder. Recorder may you have CVR test, CVR recorder, and after that we have GPWS panel. Then we have emergency elect power. So in case of electrical failure, to get emergency electrical power, we have few push buttons over here, switches and push button over here. So we'll study them all one by one once we start reading the system. This is just an overview. Then we have evacuation panel. So in evacuation panel, we have evacuation command on button, then horn switch off button, and cabin or person. After that we have flight control panel and ADIRS. So ADIRS is divided into 2 parts. ADR is air data reference and IR is inertial reference. Okay, so this is divided into 2 parts. So this was the left panel. Now we will see the middle panel. Middle panel is the important one. So what all things it has? It has anti-ice panel, it has external lights, then it has APU, it has probe and window heat, we have cabin pressure panel, and this is interior lights, and this is signs panel. So this is all the lights and signs panel. Now next important panels are air conditioning panel. See here it is written air conditioning panel, electric panel, fuel panel, hydraulic panel and fire panel. Okay, so these are the systems panel. Moving to the right side. In right side we have wiper and rain repellent again for the first officer. Then we have engine panel, we have ventilation panel, cargo smoke panel, cargo heat panel, flight controls panel, and here we have an extra ACP. ACP3, this is called ACP3. ACP stands for audio control panel. Okay, here we have cockpit doors strikes and this is audio switching panel. So this was the overhead panel overall. The next panel which we'll be studying is the glare shield. Now the glare shield is again divided into 2 parts. This is called FCU till here. Okay, This is called FCU. And this is called EFIS. So this is FCU and this is called EFIS. F is for first officer and EFIS for captain. Then we have extra push buttons, which is side stick priority and master warning, master caution and auto land and a chrono. Chrono is timer. Same, even this side we have a chrono, side stick priority, master warning, master caution and auto land. Coming to instrument panel. Instrument panel is divided into 6 screens. Okay, let's start from here. This screen is called PFD. Okay, primary flight display. This screen is called ND. ND stands for navigation display. Then the next screen which we have is ECAM. Okay, this is called upper ECAM. This is called upper ECAM and this screen is also known as EWD. This is called upper ECAM or EWD. This is called SD or lower ECAM. Lower ECAM or SD. Okay, SD stands for secondary display. Then we have again PFD and ND for the first officer. So these are the main displays for the aircraft. Now there are few more things in the instrument panel. So basically we have ISIS. This is a standby instrument. In case your PFD or your ND fails, you can get the altitude, speed and heading information from ISIS. So it is ISIS. Okay. Here we have landing gear lever. This is the landing gear lever. And here is the brake and accumulator pressure indicator. This is called brake and accumulator pressure indicator. This is your clock. Then you have landing gear and nose wheel steering panel. So basically this panel is called landing gear and nose wheel steering panel. So here in the top you will see whether your landing gears are down or up. So you can see that you can see the status of your landing gear. Then the auto brakes and anti-skid and nose wheel steering. Okay. So this is an overview of the glare shield and instrument panel. The next panel which we have